Alright, so yeah, last time we learned who the culprit was, and yeah, goodness gracious, it's not who I was expecting at all. Like, I'm pretty sure even when I said, like, I didn't expect any of the heroines, like, when we started Saku's route, I'm pretty sure I said something like, I really don't suspect her, but here we are. Still don't know exactly why she did it, but goodness gracious, Fu, that took me for a loop. And yeah, not only that, but we also learned that apparently she's been going back even further in time than us, to a whole year before we even started this whole thing, so that's also crazy. Yeah, definitely a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, Kia, Sakia, I reach out, I miss, I try again, still out of reach. Wait for me, Sakia. Yeah, like why? Why do you look so sad? Very good question, Shu. Sakia! Oh, you're not Sakia. Hello, Yune. My eyes snap open. I feel as if I've awoken from a nightmare. Looking at my outstretched hand, I see nothing but sweat. My skin is drenched. So is she like not gonna be here with Yune this time now? No more mono nipple? Yeah. I'm lying on a fluffy bed in a very girly dorm room. I remember being here once before. Oh yeah, right, we got amnesia again because she kissed us with the drug in her mouth, so fuck. It's exactly the same as the first time I woke up here. Does that mean I'm repeating the same timeline I lived through originally? And yet... Oh, when you wake up again, you'll be in her room. Also, as an outsider, you won't know anything about this town. You might come across a girl named Saki in your new life, but it'll be your first time meeting her. Did it say that's the first time? Did it say that the first time? Hello? Game? No, I'm not. That's right. Originally, the first person I met was Sakia, not Yune. That's why, until now, I mistakenly believed the girl at the lake to be Yune. Well, for the time being... Yune? Is it really you? Sorry, I'm very distraught right now. It really is Yune. Seems pretty obvious now. Sorry, is the day really November 28th? And it's 2018? So 10 months have passed again. So it seems like we still like remember the scene. I thought we forgot about that because like she kissed us with the drug in her mouth before, so I thought that meant that we forgot everything again. The original Yune sent me back to January of this year, which is how I uncovered Sakia's true identity. By remembering that much, I passed out before I could question Sakia further. 10 months. Shit, it barely feels like any time has passed at all. You carried me all the way here? I passed out at Oneto and woke up in Yune's room. I've always just assumed that was how things played out, but now I know there's a huge gap that's unaccounted for. How? A dull ache runs through my entire body, as if I'd been bedridden for quite some time. The pain makes this whole situation feel a lot more real. It's been 10 months. Was I asleep the whole time? There's the way that's possible, right? It's most likely Sakia's fault that I passed out at the lake, considering how many times it's happened already. In that way, she's able to make sure I'm at least still alive on November 28th. I pressed my fingers to my lips, remembering how she forced me to ingest the drug, Muse. Fuck, it's no use! I can't remember. Oh, okay, we still do have a bit of amnesia. Alright, well, all my memories of my life in the outside world. I still had them when I collapsed on the banks of Oneto Lake. I didn't have amnesia, and I knew exactly who I was. And now I'm back to the usual Shu who can't remember anything of the outside. My amnesia is a side effect of the drug Muse. There's no longer any doubt in my mind as to the effectiveness of the drug given to so-called bad kids like Rinka. And yet, I still remember what happened back at Oneto Lake. Is that the same as usual? It seems the only memories of the drug erased were those related to my life in the outside world. Those are the ones that would relate directly to why exactly I'm here in this town. That's why I get such weird vibes from it. It's safe to assume me retaining those memories would ruin Sakia's plans. That's why she always makes sure to erase my memories as soon as I wake up here. That was her plan all along. And yet it seems like the drug isn't strong enough to take my newly formed memories, which is why she disguised herself. And yet, I remember the words I spoke when I first arrived here in this timeline. I'm here to put a stop to the apocalypse, to save the town from being wiped out. It's clear my reason for coming here is the same now as it was when I first arrived. It seems kind of backwards to rely on my own words and try and jog my memory, but it's a pretty significant clue in its own way. Did I somehow intuit the impending apocalypse on the outside? Otherwise, my explanation for coming here makes no sense. At least I know for sure that I didn't stumble on this town accidentally. Knowing what I do now, I wish I'd gone into more detail, but it's too late for that. Moreover, I originally came here as a professor, not a student. That explains my dreamlike memories in which my friends treat me like their teacher. I had my suspicions about those memories, as I only remember them in the subspace of Yune, but I never dreamed they were based on reality. In other words, I should have entered St. Ari Academy as a teacher. That all changed following the 10 months I spent unconscious. I have no doubt they'll let me attend the academy as a student this time too. And honestly speaking, I'm not opposed to it. If anything, I want to be with my friends. But it's still horrifying. I think that this is why I lose my memories every single time. And it seems like I've gone through the same chain of events every timeline thus far. Muse, the name of the goddess of inspiration, now terrifies me. Sorry, I was busy monologuing. We have a lot to cover, Yune, I'm sorry. Yune fidgets nervously, unsure what she can do as she watches me mutter to myself. Wait, we're actually muttering that to her? Oh no. It's a natural reaction. This thing we just met for the first time, of course it come off as shady. And also the fact that we're muttering this to ourselves. I'm sorry. Is it safe to assume that you saved me? It's complicated. Actually, yeah. Originally, the first person I saw on Waking was Sakia, but for whatever reason, she's not here this time. I'm Sakia's friend. I realize that'll make things easier if that's my story, so I agree. Yes, don't question it, okay? I'm Shu. Thank you for helping me. My shirt is torn, exposing one nipple. Just like the first time I arrived here. The Mono nipple is back. But if that's the case, then... Did I pass out at the lake? Oh, I see. Behind the dorms? This unusual turn of events brings a number of possibilities to mind. I'm sure Saki would have asked Yune for help in carrying my unconscious body. Moreover, she would have needed to concoct a situation where Yune just happens to find me. She also needed to ensure my unconscious body remained safe, as I was in a hostile environment where I could freeze stuff within an hour. Saki would have had to go out of her way to make sure I was rediscovered, making Yune her accomplice. As a result, I accepted everything without question. Yune happened to find my body, passed off its head to the lake, and then carried me back here. This is the way it could have gone off as flawlessly as it did based on a chance encounter alone. Saki is like me, she can also time travel. She must have learned how to best to manipulate the course of events through trial and error to get the result she wanted. And she can redo her mistakes as many times as she wants. Contingencies aren't an issue for her. That's probably partly why Saki went to the trouble of disguising herself as Yune. She knows it skews things in her favor. At the very least, if I assumed the first person I met was Yune, then I wouldn't remember anything about Sakia. And since Yune originally found my body, there seemingly aren't any obvious contradictions. Moreover, it might lead me to mistakenly assume it was Yune who forced me to take the Muse and erase my memories. No, it's okay. You're good. No, I'm glad you did. I appreciate it. I guess Yune saw how distressed I am and jumped to the wrong conclusion. She's such a sweet, farful girl. You're darn freaking right she is. So you and Saki carried me all the way here from Aneta Lake? So you helped carry me up here instead of Sakia. I want to press her for more info, but the situation doesn't feel quite right, so I decided to keep quiet.
びに行ってるから、もうすぐ来てくれると思うんだけど。
Thank you. I'm sorry for kicking you out of the bed. Ouch! That hurts.
大丈夫?
Oh, I thought you hit me. Yeah, I'm fine. My whole body aches just like it did the first time around. And yet the pain itself feels different from the exhaustion I felt back at the lake. Just some muscle pain. Up we go. I struggle to get up off of the bed.
シュウはアレイヤの学生じゃないの?
I will be soon. I'm not. I'm not a student. I was originally supposed to be a teacher. Like I remember that part of my life anymore.
そっか。幼児も見たことない人って言ってたし。
This is a brand new experience for me. I didn't want to come off as too weird.
でも、昨夜の知り合いなんだよね。昨夜と同級生?
No, I'm a second-year student, but the school I attend is... This is tricky. I know the answer, but I should probably pretend that I don't.
ちなみになんだけど、シュウは昨夜がどこに行ったか知ってるの?
No, I do not. Where she went?
昨夜って呼んでたから、昨夜の居場所も知ってるのかなって。
You mean she's not at school? She turns pale as soon as I answer.
昨夜はね、いなくなっちゃったの。先週から。
I see. What? Sakia is missing? It's a pretty vague word, yet my mind can't help but leap to the worst possible conclusion.
知らなかったんだ。私もね、昨夜のことを探してるの。
According to Yune, no one's seen Sakia around the school or the dorm since last week. Her disappearance goes beyond a simple curfew violation. Plus, no one's seen hide nor hair of her this week. The news of her disappearance haunts me.
黒サンタにさらわれたんじゃんなんて言われてて。
I think she probably left of her own accord, to be honest. Bad Santa? That was how they covered up Rinka's disappearance, too. Bad Santa comes for all the bad boys and girls, but it's not Christmas yet.
リンカさんもいなくなったままだし、昨夜もなのかな。ごめんね、わかんない話して。
Oh, little do you know, Yune. Little do you know. No, it's fine. Please go on.
そしていなくなった彼女は黒サンタの仕業として処理された。メルヘンな要素で真相を隠すみたいに。
So you think Rinka knew the truth about something?
だろうね。都合が悪いから口封じをされたんだと思ってるよ。何を知ったのかは本人にしかわからないけど。
I sort of understand why Rinka went missing. Like Kota once told me, by treading on taboo territory, she violated the town's unspoken rule. And as a result, she found herself unintentionally spirited away. Basically, an unfortunate accident. However, Saki's situation is different. I know that for sure. Not only does Saki know about Bad Santa, but she also knows what awaits us on Christmas night. There's no way she met some tragic accident. That leaves only one possible explanation. She voluntarily vanished into thin air. I mean, yeah, but it's looking like... Did she run off somewhere? If she intentionally disappeared, then it's fair to say she must be in hiding. And her hiding spot must be somewhere in the town. Yuna said she's been missing for a week. If what she said is true, then Saki must have already been missing when she let me go by the side of the lake. Is she in the underground room? And by doing so, I was reborn as Shu, who doesn't have any memories of the outside world.
シュウは昨夜とどういう関係だったの?
It is a very long story. Well, what should I say? I don't know what I would say in this situation. I'd love nothing more than to tell Yune everything. But it'd be way too weird considering we only just met. Yeah, that just don't talk about a movie again, so probably wouldn't work. As I rack my brain for something to say.
誰か来た。
Who is it? Could it be?
今開けます。
I don't think it's Sakia.
失礼します。
Oh, sorry, Sister Lily. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
リリー先生、さっきの子、目を覚ましたんです。シュウって言って。
I do feel really bad about that. Our visitor turns out to be Sister Lily, not Sakia. As long as anyone else it could have been. I took care to remind myself that this is our first meeting.
はじめまして。私はリリー。聖アレイア学院の教師をしています。
Hello, I'm Shu. From what I hear, I'm alive thanks to Yune and you, Sister Lily. I did my best to greet her as if this really was our first meeting. Although I never had to relive this particular moment in my life before, I've gotten a lot of practice at feigning ignorance. Wait a minute. Wouldn't you have greeted me back in January as a new teacher? Is it possible that Sister Lily knows the truth about me? Sister Lily, do you remember me?
覚えですか?
I tried drawing out a response from her, sticking to my whole amnesia stick. However...
いえ、申し訳ありませんが、ございませんね。私とではお年も離れているかと思いますし。
That doesn't matter, you could still remember me. I see. Of course. Why would she? If she remembered me, I wouldn't be able to pass as a student. Putting my situation aside, the aurora that separates the town from the outside world probably makes communication difficult. Plus, I was supposed to come back here in January. Maybe Professor Shu was dismissed as a thing of the past. I then proceeded to run through my usual backstory.
なるほど。意識もなく倒れていて、今は記憶もないと。
That's right. Wrap up my explanation to both Yune and Sister Lily, including my amnesia. This is where things get a little tricky. To tell you the truth, I don't know this town at all. My existence as an outsider, whether they believe me or not, is a critical juncture. It may seem strange for me to say that, considering I lost all my memories. But I'm pretty sure I came from somewhere outside this town.
そのようですね。
I know it's hard to believe, but... Wait, what?
この町じゃないところ？シュウさんはおそらく外から来たのではないでしょうか。
What's going on? Instead of being the most difficult to convince, Sister Lily believes me surprisingly quickly. The same teacher who views the outside as taboo, warning her students about the dangers.
それってオーロラの外ってことですか？一度もお見受けしたことのないお方です。それに見たことのない服装。ユネさんと同じくらいの年代であるはずなのに。
Apparently, my unfamiliarity with the town makes her stand out like a sore thumb. Although thinking back, she didn't question my assertions the first time around either. Yeah, I was gonna say, like it's like very similar to what she said before. She also implied that she was an outsider as well.
オーロラの外からってことはサンタさん？
We're back to this, huh? I can tell you for sure. Before I can say I am not, I hesitate. Man, imagine having Santa as your teacher. That'd be the freaking dream, man. The words trigger a vague memory of a conversation we had once.
他には。
Oh, I thought...
そうそう、もういっそさ、本物のサンタクロースを名乗っちゃえば？それなら外から入ってきた説明もつくし。
I thought he was talking about the other conversation when we were on the rooftop talking to each other at nighttime. I thought he meant that conversation. The real Santa? Can you not see my smooth, beardless face?
大丈夫、大丈夫。見た目は若いけど、なんかそれっぽい理由になるよ。
I'm Santa's grandson. Can I? We gotta do that now? That'd be amazing if we do that now. I never took her ideas seriously. But maybe this time, oh fuck yes, let's go. I won't be Santa. Oh yes, we get to be Santa Claus, let's go. That I am. Yep, ho ho ho. Merry Christmas early. I'm Santa Claus in the flesh. And I came here to get Sakia back from Bad Santa. Who hasn't played the funny music. This is our serious mission. We said we're taking our idea seriously. I don't want to get her hopes up though, so I end on a questioning note. Or something like that.
本物のサンタさん？
Something along those lines. Maybe this is a cover story I need to search for Sakia without arousing suspicion. I feel confident there's no way my ad-lib lines could cause any unforeseen issues.
まだクリスマスではありませんが。
The early Santa catches the worms. I take my job seriously.
おひげとかトナカイさんとかないのに？
In the closet. The legends are Greatly exaggerated. The legends are greatly exaggerated. I maintained a cool composure, suppressing the urge to comfort her until I got this under control. While it might be reassuring to see a flesh and blood counterpart to the infamous Bad Santa, a boy as young as me being Santa might be a stretch. Not to mention, I technically lost all my memories of the outside world. You make me cookies? Or I guess you guys can sit in my lap. Oh yeah. Or also we can take turns giving each other a lap pillow. That'd be pretty great. You guys want to? This is perfect. You're darn right it is. We get to be Santa. Let's go. Hello? Well, as an outsider, there's still a lot I don't know about this town. And I really want to get along with everyone. That's basically as far as I thought. Ah, the introduction. Did we tell them we're Santa too? Oh, fuck, yes we did. I love it. I don't think she knows how to do that. I began attending St. Auri Academy in a world that somehow makes even less sense than ever before. I mean, hey, why not? I wanted to ditch the identity, but being known as Santa made far bigger waves much faster than I expected, and that proved impossible. Dang. Maybe this is fine! While able to justify my search for Sakia, I'm faced with an unprecedented problem. What's the problem? What's wrong with being Santa Claus? Is it, are we gonna... Are we gonna get sued for defamation by the real Santa Claus? What's the unforeseen problem? Hello? Okay, how many times do I gotta tell you? I'm not Santa. I'm just like him. It's after school. Having survived my first day of classes, I'm currently enjoying lunch with my friends like usual. Granted, this is far from the norm for them. And if I'm being honest, it is for me as well. How could it be if Sakia missing? Yeah, not calling us a pervert anymore. Sakia is very prominently absent from the table. It creates a sense of emptiness strong enough to rob me of my appetite. Uh-oh. Don't even think about it. I'm saving it for later. Why, Sakia? Why? Why? Dang, she was like really good at hiding it too. No way! I only have one! I guess so, sure. Oh. Memories of us eating together flash before my eyes, one after the other. I can't believe just sitting in the cafeteria makes me think about her this much. Sakia. I absolutely murmur her name, and Yoju, sitting beside me, speaks up. Yes, I did. Yeah. It goes without question that Sakia's sudden disappearance has left her close friends feeling anxious over her whereabouts. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Guido. People in this town can be more readily convinced that Bad Santa exists than that the Aurora can be crossed. I take advantage of that and label myself as Santa Claus. At the very least, I can use that status to reassure them. Sakia's alive. I know that much for sure. That's right, Santa knows all. I mean, didn't you just hear Kiri? Because I'm Santa Claus. I know Sakia ran away, which means she's still somewhere in town.
シュは昨夜のことどこまで
Santa Claus magic. Well, uh-oh. I managed to talk myself into a corner. Just say it's the magic. Just say it's the magic. It'll work. I want to tell her everything, but any explanation I could come up with would sound ridiculous. She told me what she was about to do before she went missing. And make up an answer steeped in the truth. It's not exactly true, but it's not a total lie either. Oh. That last word she spoke to me echoes in the back of my head. What the hell was that about? I'm sure we both know we're far too close for our relationship to end on a single word. No matter how much you might hate it, I won't stop looking until I find her. That's our mission now. Wait for me, Sakia. When I find her, I vow to save her. I still have questions I'd like her to answer, though. The constant feeling that something is missing haunts me and everyone else every day. The person we used to always see back at the dorms and at school is simply gone. With this essential cog misplaced, every day feels empty, as if something is clearly absent. But because of her absence, events are set into motion that never would have otherwise.
来てくれてありがとう、シュウ君。ちょっと君に聞きたいことがあって。
Alright, I'll pull down the zipper. Give me a minute.
おとなしく答えりゃ命だけは助けてやる
This is about Bad Santa, isn't it?
前にも少し触れたけど、1年前までこの学校にはリンカという女子がいて。
Of course, these two are interested in a man claiming to be Santa on the hunt for his counterpart. I answered them truthfully, saying I still have no idea where Sakia or Rinka are.
シュウは黒サンタを狩るサンタじゃなかったか
I didn't say I succeeded yet. Not exactly. I'm not a hunter, just Santa. I never thought I'd find myself taking on the mantle of Santa Claus, but here we are.
そっか。ごめんね、変なこと聞いて。
Kota must know that I lack the supernatural abilities of the real Santa Claus. Because of that, I would prefer that she didn't just try and feel out my true intentions. But at least now, the me in this timeline knows who Rinka is and her disappearance.
とりあえず、今は昨夜だね。もういなくなって10日くらい経つ。
It's entirely possible she'll come back. After all, she has to come back from wherever she is in time for Christmas. The destruction is far too vast for one person alone, unless the bombs are triggered remotely. Actually, now that I think about it... Bruh!
こんな時間に出歩く人なんていないよ
Shu, what the fuck? Why you cut yourself off? I wanted to hear the rest of it. Shu, please stop hiding information from the audience too. Also, I love seeing Yune in this outfit. She looks especially cute in this one. Just saying. Aside from us, of course.
でも本当にいいの私がツリーにリンゴの飾り付けるだけなんだけど
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, we're doing this. It's December 2nd, the start of Advent, and the very first taste of that miraculous apple. Are we gonna see what actually happens when we pass out now? My time loops usually start from around now, although I've never been able to relive this exact moment before now. What should I do? A so-called save point is created when we bite into our respective apples. What if we just don't? What if we just don't? Doesn't that end the time loop powers then? Then it's really our last chance. Although according to Yune, there's no more do-overs after this one, so it shouldn't matter. Oh, okay. Well, I mean then yeah. To be fair, the very act of reliving the fateful day that set everything into motion is in itself irregular. Wait, no, wait, no.
今年も私が一番乗りだ
Doesn't it matter? Cause like, see, Yune had the time loop powers, but we had like the wisdom powers to like retain the memories and everything. So, we're gonna get even more amnesia. I'm glad. He cheers up immensely on seeing the tree that's still devoid of decoration. Despite the absence of any kind of artificial lighting, the stars are bright enough to brightly illuminate the area around the tree. Just like always. In fact, nothing seems different. Including what Yune does next.
週にもお裾分け。
Same to you? Huh?
そう、私と同じでリンゴの飾り。
Take the green apple ornament from her outstretched hand before studying it. This is when Yune goes to hang her ornament on the tree, only for it to turn into a real apple. The red apple of life and the ability to turn back time, plus the green apple of knowledge. The fruit that caused humanity's exile and led us down the strange path we find ourselves on now. The forbidden fruit. Christmas trees represent the infamous tree from the Garden of Eden. As such, the most appropriate ornament for the tree is not a star or a bell, but an apple.
アダムとエヴァが食べたのも赤リンゴと青リンゴだったのかな。
She pretends to take a bite of the apple in her hand as she speaks. There's no way she would ever believe her ornament could be a real fruit.
それでね、飾りをつけたら願い事をするの。
I wish that the town would survive. Got it. We both hold our respective apples in our hands. We step close to one of the branches and gently tie the ornaments to it. Our wish in that moment seems pretty obvious.
昨夜が帰ってきてくれますように。
I mean, yeah, that too. The two of us wish upon the stars in the night sky. Can we just wish for everything to be happy and peaceful? Almost immediately after. Oh, okay. Our ornaments suddenly glow before falling to the ground as real apples, just like before. I still don't fully understand it, but apparently the phenomenon can be replicated under similar circumstances.
どうしようこれ。
Yune, you still don't remember, do you? The confusion in her eyes speaks volumes. After everything we've lived through, you'd think something might trigger our memories, and yet that's not the case. And just like before, we question what we should do with this miraculous yet mysterious gift. Probably not. Yune presents a challenge of sorts. A challenge. Our fate from here on out will be set in stone once we take a bite. Yeah, let's not have the challenge this time. Wait. Doing everything exactly the way we did it the first time will negate all the time travel efforts. Yes.
シュウ
Hold on. That apple is... That's right. This is our one and only chance. If I want to actually change time and fate. Think about it. What exactly can we do right now? The apple of life. The apple of knowledge. Forbidden fruit grown inside the Garden of Eden. It told us to send us back through time to create our save point in doing so. This is my one and only chance to relive this moment, and I can't waste it. Yune, I know this may sound weird, but I need you to listen. You see, that apple is... evil! Evil! So did we not eat it this time? Then we still don't see what happened after that? Okay. Might have skipped a day again anyway. SOS. Might have skipped a day anyway. The start of Advent brings along an all too familiar Tuesday. However, the usual chain of events unfolds in a very unexpected way. I mean, well, yeah, no igloo this time, so that makes sense.
私も。
さて、俺はソリでも出してくるか。
私は雪だるまでも作ってようかな。
The snow turns gym class into a free period. When I was closer to Kira, I joined a snowball fight. When I was closer to Kota, I helped her for Snowman. Yep, the igloo. Originally, I spent most of our free period with Saki in our igloo. Thinking back, it was the first time we were alone together, and it helped us get closer. I still remember the conversation we shared. How could we not out there for everyone else?
運動はあまり得意でないので、私はこうやって落ち着いてる方が好きです。
It's a peaceful way to pass the time. Saki sits beside me, leisurely sipping her green tea. Time slows to a crawl as we sit, side by side, engage in pleasant conversation.
雪合戦の方が良かったですか？
Not at all. I've never been in an igloo before. It's really warm in here and the tea is yummy.
はい、ありがとうございます。
She's a year younger than me and a girl. Despite the lack of noticeable walls between us, she remained shrouded in mystery to the me in that moment of time. She really is a sweet girl, though, despite calling me a perv sometimes. Thinking back, I remember she asked me a question.
シュウ先輩はまだ思い出せませんか？
No, I can only remember bits and pieces. She asked me if I remembered anything yet. At the time, I'd assumed she was talking about my memories regarding the outside world. But in reality, she was checking to see if the side effects from the muse she dosed me were still working.
こうやってずっと一緒に過ごしたりはできませんか？
Sake, you're not a yandere, are you?
なんて
Okay.
冗談です。
Uh,
何事も永遠に続くことなんて
Sake,
ありませんから。
Sake, why? At the time, I had no idea what was going through her head. Was she trying to get closer to me, even though I had no memory of anything that happened to me? Sakia. I can't figure out what she's up to. Yeah, me either, Shu, me either. I also have no clue why she ran off 2 weeks ago and hasn't come back since. I'm definitely gonna need some questions answered when I find her. First, I need to find her, then I need to stop her. I know deep in my heart that Saki would never have wanted things to end like this.
おいシュウ、何落ち込んだ顔してんだ。雪合戦やるぞ。
Oh sure, I'd love to. For now, all I can do is enjoy time with my friends, just doing my best. Because when Saki returns, I need to make sure all my friendships are the same as always. Yune, Kiri, Kotaha, and me. I need to be ready to greet or have smile with survival at any of our previous timelines. Rip Yoji and Gito, apparently. That scared me. Why the fuck? What was that? After having dinner and a bath, I'm back at the dorm entrance. Setting aside Saki's marked absence, my everyday life seems the same as always.
シュウは不思議だよな。何にも覚えてないのに、昨夜のことだけは覚えてるなんて。
Oh fuck, I just realized. Did we get the pillow cover? Cause like she gave us that. What's up, buddy? Honestly, I think it's pretty weird too. Feels like my purpose in life is to find her. I've successfully established myself as a boy with amnesia, trying desperately to find Sakia. And Santa Claus, don't forget that part. It's very important. My initial self-introduction as Santa Claus has already been long forgotten, and everyone's treated me more or less the same as before. Oh, why? I like being Santa Claus. The only big difference this time around is that everyone knows I'm looking for Sakia. There was no way I could feign ignorance about her. It was only a matter of time before it came to light.
結局シュウと昨夜はどういう関係なんだ？俺はシュウが外から来たというのは真実だと思っているが。
Yeah, I definitely did. But the fact of the matter is I also know Sakia.
シュウもよく分かってないんだな。
I'm looking for Sakia, but I have to try my best to avoid discussing our relationship. I'm finding myself struggling to remember what I can say and what I shouldn't. But I haven't managed to contradict myself yet.
記憶がないにもかかわらず追い求める相手。それはもし。
Are you gonna say love?
恋人ですか。
Freaking knew it, but I doubt it.
その線が濃厚だ。
You know what, you two? Girlfriend? I didn't know about that. Though to be fair, we did never actually get, like, a romance route with Sakia. Which, now that I think about it, I don't know why I didn't clue into that. But, dang, that actually would have been a pretty big hint the more I think about it.
覚えてもないのになんでそう言い切れるんだよ。
I mean, yeah, but still.
大事な相手には違いないんだろう？
She does. She does mean a lot to me. She's like a little sister. But since we never shared those kinds of feelings before, I feel weird acknowledging the possibility.
恋人じゃなければ家族とか？ほら、兄弟とかさ。
Siblings. Would that make things easier if I said that from the start? Well, it's a little too late now. Nah, I gotta go up to Santa Claus. I need to keep my answer somewhat vague. It's not completely out of the question, I guess. It sucks not remembering anything.
あまり似てないと思うが。
Not every sibling looks alike.
じゃあ親子
It doesn't make any sense. No, that's just ridiculous. At any rate, they seemed to understand the relationship between Saki and I was unusual. Our conversation aside, Saki didn't return to the dorms that night. We stood around chatting until Yoji got tired, which was when we went to bed. The vocal recognition devices don't work well with only one syllable. I thought the system was fun at first, but quickly found myself being forced to talk. As a pain. I'll just use my fingerprint instead. I press my index finger against the sensor and the door immediately unlocks. I step inside my room after going through the motions I repeated ad nauseum. The gold ladder leading up to Kiri's room is naturally propped up next to my window. Evidence that my friendship with Kiri remains intact. Or rather, considering Kiri's worry over Saki's whereabouts, our friendship seems to be built upon an unprecedented mutual understanding. It's pretty late and I'm exhausted. I should sleep. That's when I realized today is Tuesday. Time for Aurora Night. Oh, the radio show, of course. Everyone's favorite radio program hosted by Leela every Tuesday night at 10. I've tuned into her broadcast countless times. But I've never listened to tonight's show. Ever.
ただいま12月4日火曜日21時56分
Thank you, Dove Clock. I've only ever listened to her broadcast on the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th. The 25th. And she's like, oh no, the palm derms are on fire, how sad. And because I first learned of her show's existence tomorrow morning. But speaking of Aurora Night... Yeah.
それはともかくえらいことになってるよね。今もしかしたらみんな逃げてる最中かな。リラもね、別にみんなを見殺しにしたいわけじゃないんだよ。でもあまり手出しはすべきじゃないかなって。この町はやっぱりさ、そういう運命なんだよね。
Hang on. What the hell is your problem, Leela? Based on a Christmas night broadcast, it was clear she knew the fate of the town. There might not be anything important tonight, but I still want to listen. Her show is shrouded in mystery, including the identity of Leela herself.
そういやよ子だね昨日の聞いたああ聞いたよクレープ屋さんのトッピングが無料だってねありゃ行くっきゃねえよ
Their idle chatter about the program didn't seem important at the time, but the more I think about it, the more I realize how important it is to tune in. That said, I don't have a radio. I could have gotten one early in the afternoon if I remembered sooner. The program was about to start. Just when I was at my wit's end. We can't like go to someone's room and listen to it. Yes, coming. An unexpected visitor suddenly appears at my door, breaking the usual pattern of events.
ごめんね夜遅くにちょっと聞きたいことがあって
Is it to listen to the radio show together? Please? It's Yune. I welcome her with open arms, delighted by this fortuitous bargaining chip. Sure, Yune. I accept my favor to ask in return.
いいけど
Can I use your radio? Oh!
持ってなかったから散らかってるけど気にしないで
You have a very pretty room that matches you perfectly. That's true, the pretty part. It's perfectly clean! Besides, I was in here a week ago. We wore! I didn't get to, oh wait, yeah, we did, never mind. I'm stupid.
だってシュウの部屋に比べたら汚いもん
Sure, but it's not like I own anything. As we engage in small talk, Yuna hooks up her radio so I can use it. She was virtually going to listen when she finished her errands.
はーい、皆さんグーテンアーベント。今週も始まりました。ラジオオーロラナイト。
よかった間に合ったみたい
That was close. Although our radio is the same model as my previous one, the sound quality is different. I dismiss it as a byproduct of a very girly decorated room. I kind of forced my way into her room at 10 at night, no less. Pretty inconsiderate. Man, she's fine with it. Career might have ruined whatever normal Career might have ruined whatever normal social sensibilities I once had. I hope you can forgive me, Yune.
今日はそういえば雪が降ってましたけど、皆さんはどうやって過ごしてましたか？
Trying to stop the end of the world. And so tonight's tomorrow night starts just like always, with Leela chatting seemingly aimlessly to no one in particular. Yune giggles to herself as she listens. Such an innocent thing to do.
というかシュウは今日オーロラナイトの日だって知ってたの？
Research. I'm pretty sure I heard some kids in class talking about it earlier.
私もだけど聞いてる人多いよこれは。キリエもだし、琴葉さんも。
Yeah, I'm well aware. And yet none of them are aware of Leela's bizarre broadcast on Christmas night. Who exactly is Leela anyway? Her voice sounds oddly familiar, like I've heard it before. Yeah, I do still think Leela Sister Lily, by the way. I just, now that we know Saki is the culprit, I don't know what the fuck this is all about, Sister Lily, but like, I do still think that's Sister Lily.
ところで、最近またまた黒サンタなんていう噂が流行ってるの知ってる？なんでもアレイヤの1年生がいなくなっちゃったんだって。
That's Sakia, but how did she know? Considering she mentions the topic of my transfer, she clearly has connections to the school. But that she knows about Sakia's disappearance.
まだ全然クリスマスじゃないのにね。怖がってる子もいるみたいだけど、まあ気にしなくていいってリラは思うかな。あんまり現実的な話じゃないし。
昨夜がいなくなってるのは本当なのに。
I'm pretty sure she just talked about Bad Santa's existence. All these things Sakia just ran away from home. Still, the way she's talking about all this bothers me a lot. Yeah, a little bit.
それと、そうそう、リラね、最近ずっと大事にしてたヘアピンを落としちゃって。
I just can't pinpoint what the fuck this is like. What her aim here is now of all this. It's like a whole different can of worms now that we gotta worry about.
すっごい丁寧に探したんだけど、全然見つからないんだよね。それでもう諦めてたらびっくり。ある日ポンって机の上に置かれてたの。なんかメロンが、メロンっていうのはうちの猫の名前ね。がね、勝手にどっかに隠してたらしいんだけど、本人も気が済んだのか返しに来てくれてたみたい。ほんと何があるかわからないよね。
The last item reappeared right before she gave up. It's a tale as old as time, and definitely not something I'd usually take seriously.
今この放送を聞いてるかどうかはわからないんだけど、もしそんな探し物をどうしても見つけたい子がいたら、このリラがいいことを教えてあげようかな。
Why'd the music stop? I don't want to hear your little Leela's good advice. Turn off the radio, Yune. Huh? Something that's missing?
何度やってもうまくいかない。人生そんなこといくらでもあるよね。 だったらそんな時は見方を変えてみればいい。
Yune, hold me.
探しても見つからないものがあるなら、向こうからやってくるのを待てばいいのさ。
Huh? The fuck do you mean? Help.
なんちゃって。でもほら、メロンの隠し穴なんてリラじゃ絶対に分かんなかったから、探すのって限度があるよね。
Nah, Leela, nah. Like, do you hear that laugh? No.
探しても見つからないもの。昨夜のことみたいだね。
I think that's exactly what she's talking about. Okay, so hold on a minute. Let me think for a minute now. So like, we know Sakia is one that's been going back in time and like messing with our memories, causing the amnesia. But did we ever actually confirm that she was the one who's made the fire though? 'Cause I don't think she confirmed that. Like we learned that she was the one that was going back in time. But I think we never actually like confirmed that the calamity happened because of her, so actually maybe Sister Lily's still on the table. Oh my jeez. Why? I don't even know anymore. It's not just like that. Lila's absolutely talking about her. Also, it's not working out no matter how much you try. I want to go home. This love comes off as a universal truth, so it's hard to pinpoint anything too unusual about her bringing it up. And yet the way she mentioned it makes me feel as if she's aware of my wacky time travel misadventures. Yeah, she probably is. How is that possible? Does she really know? Who the hell is she? Who are they? How much do they know, and how are they involved? I don't even know anymore. Is this a coincidence? An unavoidable inevitability? And if so, what started this chain of events? Turn off the radio, Yune. Turn it off. The rest of Aurora Night, which lasts until 10:30 p.m. I want to hear no more. It's filled with idle chit-chat, not much different from every other broadcast I've tuned into.
終わっちゃったね。明日のクーポンはサンドイッチ屋さんか。あまり行かないな。
That's it for this week? No, that's it forever, Yune. Not listen to this radio show ever again. If you can't find what you're looking for, wait for it to find you. Taki has to make a move at some point. She has at least until Christmas. Should I stop trying to find her myself? Honestly, I'm not sure why I'm giving credence to some stranger's unasked for opinion.
シュウ、大丈夫？怖い顔してるけど。
That's because I am. Oops, sorry. It's far too late for me to still be here. I'm gonna head back.
大丈夫。シュウにもラジオ用意してもらえるよう頼んどくね。
And I appreciate it. Also, I have one last question for you if you don't mind. No one knows who Lila is, do they?
知らない。どこから放送してるのかも。
I see. The mysteries surrounding her are too numerous to ignore. And yet, the clues leading to her identity are far fewer than Nasaki's whereabouts. Oh, Chapter 12, Part 2. The Labyrinth Serpentina. Ooh, Nelly. There's so much going on now. December 5th, Wednesday. We're in December now.
クルック。ただいま12月5日水曜日22時21分。
One day, Dev Clock. One day. She's not here. Why would she be? It's Wednesday, December 5th. It's been a week since I woke in Yune's room. Originally, this is when Saki visits my room. And no matter how long I wait, there's no knock on my door. No pillowcase.
シュウ先輩の部屋に行けというお告げが来ました。
But for purpose. It's way past curfew. Wait, what? What do you have there?
枕カバーです。
Oh, I know it's the most boring request ever, but I had no idea what store even sells them.
そういえば、シュウ先輩がここに来て今日で1週間ですね。
Days sure fly by, huh?
私はむしろまだそれしか経ってないんだって思います。
See, that was a lie. Oh, yeah?
はい。もうずっと一緒にいたいような。
Dude. Okay, the foreshadowing is actually crazy, goodness gracious. They did so well at foreshadowing it. I couldn't pick up on any of that. Yara stopped by to see me at this exact time on this exact date, despite having the freedom to change her pattern of behavior like me. She said it felt like we've been together forever. She met every word. Yeah? But then I changed it up what I did. Oh. That must have really hurt her, huh? Ouch.
枕カバー買ったんですね。
And the next time she got to tell instead. Yeah, I did. Just yesterday, in fact.
ないかと思って持ってきてあげましたのに。
That meant she just made it anyway because she knew we... Dang. I ended up having to buy a pillowcase myself, even without knowing where they were sold. I must have caught Saki completely off guard. He played along under the guise that we'd only met a week ago, just like I did. You must have noticed me switching up my behavior across every timeline. That's probably why she tried so hard to stick to our original script. At least when we were together, to avoid me figuring out the truth. Hey, Sakia?
Huh?
Sakia?
はあ、すみません。いきなりで
But we're literally on our way to eat lunch.
いえ、そうではなく、シュウ先輩が急に近く感じたもので。
At the time, I just my accidental slip-up had left her feeling uncomfortable, like I was moving too fast. That's what she told me. But I was wrong. What actually happened was that she was thrown off and I suddenly went off the script. If that's true, then why didn't she reach out? Having been down the same road long before me, it would have been easy for her to notice that I was moving outside of my predetermined path. If she knew all that, then why did she choose to continue treating me like a complete stranger each and every time? Sakia's whereabouts are a mystery. My main goal was to stop the apocalypse from happening, making her my natural enemy, and yet despite all that, she was always so kind to me. One could view her behavior as a convenient cover-up, but deep down inside, I don't believe it. Even though Sakia turned out to be the person Yune and I referred to as her enemy, it's hard for me to see her as a bad guy. Her behavior is riddled with contradictions, and this applies to everything she's ever done. If her goal is to bring about the apocalypse, why let me go why let me go when she did? It'd be easier to drug me, lock me up, and then get rid of me on Christmas. But she doesn't. She wakes me up, gets me into her school, and treats me like a classmate. How does any of that benefit her? The only advantage I can see from her doing so is that we get to become friends. Yeah, like... It's my thoughts exactly, so I don't know either. That's why, like, I'm thinking, like... That's why I was thinking about, like, if we ever confirmed that she did, you know, that, or if she's just time traveling like us, too. Sheesh, what a mess you've made, Sakia. I scratched the back of my head absently while trying to organize my jumbled thoughts. And now you're lying low somewhere. I know I never really would have wanted any of this to happen, right? I'm confident she knows far more about what's going on than I do. I'll never understand what drives her until I see the situation from her perspective. I'm here to stop the impending apocalypse, which means I must have known about it from the start. I know I remembered everything back at the lake, as clear as crystal, but all of that's gone now. Memory loss is undoubtedly due to being dosed with Muse. That means my memories of the outside world are a threat to Sakia carrying out her plan, and she knows that. There has to be some kind of clue hidden somewhere in town. The knowledge I've gained thus far is time to finally put it to good use in solving the mystery of this town. And I refuse to let that miracle Yune prayed for countless times go to waste. Oh, December 11th, Tuesday. Alright, well. Definitely lots of questions going on. I've been scrambling about since then, trying to find where Sakia might be. And I'm not the only one. All of her friends who are equally as worried are doing the same. Somehow, though, none of us have stumbled on any sort of clue or sign we're getting anywhere. The aurora that encircles the town means there's no way she's gone anywhere outside of it, which means she purposely went into hiding, decreasing our chances of finding her. There's yet another unintended side effect of Sakia's disappearance. Hey Kiri, what's going on with your whole prank operation? Oh dang, she even put that aside?
ドッキリってなんだ?
With Sakia missing, the diaper incident never happened. Without those feelings of rage and resentment, there was no reason to prank anyone. Okay, just never happened. Shooting for a film has become more difficult as well without a costume designer. Granted, Karen this time wouldn't be aware of any of that. Things are clearly very different without her. Also, you caught a cold?
みたいな。ちょっと喉が痛くて。
He's never gotten sick before. Is this also due to Sakia's absence? Just like a butterfly flapping its wings, creating a tornado on the other side of the world, the impact of the disappearance of someone we cared for so deeply is immeasurable. There might not be any tornadoes here, but the ripples she's caused in her everyday life are too big to ignore. I have to find another way. A way for me to stop the apocalypse from happening. I have no idea what caused her to go into hiding, but it's clear she's been countering every move I've been making this entire time. In fact, I might say she's the reason I haven't stopped the apocalypse from happening. But if she's no longer around, if I can successfully prevent the apocalypse, I might force her out of hiding. Instead of looking for her, I'm trying to lure her out. If she's counting my every move, then there's no way she could turn a blind eye to what I'm doing. Probably hasn't set the Brookers yet. Of course not. If you set them all out now, it'd be easy enough for me to find and disarm them. I need to focus on what's worked so far. Despite being unable to stop the apocalypse, I have on several occasions minimized damage. For example... Let's elope. The tunnel of Babel that Carrie dug, leading to the great unknown. Although I hadn't been able to stop the widespread destruction, I was able to find an underground escape route. Granted, I never found out if that path actually led to the outside world or not. And then there was a message left by Sakia herself, about the art gallery door unlocking at 9:44 p.m. Yet another underground escape route, although I still have no idea if we'd be safe down there. And if so, then it's clear Sakia wanted us to stay alive. Then there was a time Sakia and I, along with Jack's help, built our own version of Noah's Ark to escape through a hole in the Aurora. That often seems the most ironclad, assuming we can get everything ready in time. Sakia was the one who'd originally planned the idea of the so-called hole in my head, and she probably knew about it all along. If that's the case, then was our escape always a part of her plans? Even after everything I've experienced and relieved, there's still a lot of loose ends. And the mystery of Aurora Net is one of them. Yeah, that is definitely a very big mystery. I remember how carefree Leela sounded during that almost surreal broadcast of hers on Christmas Day, disconnected from the chaos. And yet she knew full well what was taking place. Her true identity and her ties to the apocalypse, if any, are both shrouded in a deep fog. Oh yeah, that was his thing too. Yeah, that was also very suspicious. Then there was Guido's unexplained disappearance, similar to Sakia's now. That was the closest I've ever been to Guido. He never disappeared in the other timelines, even the truth behind his vanishing act a mystery. And then there's Bad Santa. Does such a person truly exist? I've lived the same loop countless times, and although I failed a lot, I succeeded in some ways too. If I can somehow combine all the experience I've had this far, I think I can do it this time. I managed to learn something that I realistically wouldn't have been able to, and I've come to know all the folks in my life very well. And yet despite all of that, myself and this town, those are the only remaining unknown variables in this equation. It's kind of ironic that I know so much about my friends, but not about me. I've grown used to my amnesia over time, although I only recently realized its cause. Muse. The forbidden drug that caused Rinka to forget everything. Sakia dosed me with a kiss. Should investigating that be my top priority? Along with Muse, though, there's... Yeah, something in this town that's not quite right. I once confided in Sakia, telling her I felt there was something off about the town. Something that should be here but isn't. Something that's blatantly missing. I can't figure out what that might be, but considering I'm the only one who notices, I assume it's related to me somehow. I probably only noticed because I'm an outsider. What is wrong with this town? I think there's a lot wrong with this town, actually, but yeah, like, I don't know, like, what specifically he's thinking about, but, like, there's a lot of stuff going wrong in this town. What's up, Jack? A voice suddenly interrupts my thoughts. Huh? Oh, Jack, what's wrong? I don't usually see you out here.
ツリーの飾り付けを持ってきたんだ。ちょっと気が早いけど。シュウ君こそどうしたの？
No, I'm afraid of ornaments now. Just lost in thought. Did I tell him the truth? That I'm out here checking for bombs? He's a nice guy, but I still don't know him very well. I have a feeling something bad might happen here soon.
それは仕入れたリンゴが全部虫に食われるとかそういう。
No, but that would be awful too. Nothing like that. I decided to give it a shot and ask him. Jack's an adult. He might know something that I don't. You wouldn't have to know anything about where Saki might be, huh?
わからないね。ごめん。お店にも商店街そのものにも顔を出してないと思うよ。
It's okay. I figured as much.
さくやちゃんはどうしたの？僕が聞いていいことじゃないのかもしれないけど。
Most people would probably answer this question with a simple, I have no clue. But I'm more aware of the situation behind her disappearance than most people. I wish I could ask her directly. It's hard for me to believe she'd be very forthcoming with the truth. I think she ran away. From me. She's grown to despise me. I did my best to answer as vaguely as possible. There's too much backstory to sum up succinctly, so I lay out the current situation as it stands. Now that I think about it, speaking of Jack, I remember something we have in common. The amnesia.
でも、シュウ君の記憶喪失っていうのかな。
Amnesia buddies?
ちょっとシンパシーを感じるな。
Oh, sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to talk over you. Amnesia buddies?
僕も昔似たような症状になったことがあって。と言っても、シュウ君のそれに比べれば大したものじゃないから不謹慎かもしれないんだけど。昔、学生だった頃にね。ちょっと怪我しちゃった時にそれまで数日間何をしてたか忘れちゃったことがあって。
I didn't make the connection at the time since he described it as an injury, but in hindsight, his story reminds me of another. A person whose story I heard from Kota. Rinka? Yep.
懺悔室から戻ってきたリンカはそれまでのことを何も覚えていなかったんだ。
Is it a coincidence? No way. There's no chance. Total amnesia is a pretty rare condition. Muse has the ability to wipe apart its memories clean. I know from personal experience. I decided to ask him point blank. Hey Jack, you suffered some memory loss of your own, didn't you?
ああ、昔だけど。どうしてそんなことを知ってるの？
Reasons. Do you remember what happened that led to your memory loss? I like how he just ignored his question.
いや、何分昔のことだし、そもそも何が起こったかを忘れちゃってたからね。ただ、高いところから落ちたとは聞いたよ。
I see. A fall from a great height. It's consistent with the story you told me previously.
実際、腰をやっちゃってたしね。回復にはしばらく時間がかかったけど。
You really don't remember anything that happened before the accident?
今となっては数年前の話だから、ただの物忘れになっちゃってるかもしれないけど。とにかく気づいたら数日経ってたみたいな。
Bingo. People lose their memories under normal circumstances when it felt the passage of time. So, he fell from somewhere high up, got hurt, and suffered mild amnesia. Is that about right?
あんな大きな怪我は初めてだったし、今もちょっと高いところが怖いからね。
I see. Where could you have possibly fallen from that was high off the ground?
そうだね。学校の屋上とか。ああ、でもそれなら助かってないか。
I feel like that would kill you? What about the dorm roof or even the second or third floors?
当時それも考えたんだけど、どれもピンとこなかったんだよね。僕 僕を運んでくれたのが誰かもわからなかったし。
I see. In that case, unluckily for him, he'd fallen from somewhere high up and gotten injured. Is it possible? Do you think he might have fallen while trying to scale the Aurora? Oh. That would make sense. Suddenly, his entire face lights up. The next moment, he lowers his gaze to the ground as if deep in thought.
オーロラ。オーロラか。確かに、ほどほどの高さから落ちることはあり得るだろうね。ただ、
You can't see yourself trying to do something like that?
当然だよ。そんな罰当たりな。
Helped us make the art. I'm sure the possibility of him attempting something like that never crossed his mind. He denies it vehemently, clearly frazzled. It's a pretty strong response. I just need one more piece of evidence to prove my theory. Alright, I never asked you this before, but
何かな。
what's your real name? Up until now, I've only ever called him Jack. As a graduate from the St. Ari Academy, he must be more than simply a jack of all trades. I forgot that.
店長でいいよ。たまに聞かれるけど、答えたら似合わないって言われるし。
I forgot that's why he was called Jack, to be honest. I completely forgot about that. It's because like Jack's it's like a common name, so I just forgot. The mystery is keeping me up all night. The mystery is keeping me up at night.
それなら、そうそう。この手作りの収納棚とか、今絶賛売り出し中なんだけど。
Though I guess to be fair, it wouldn't be a common name in Japan, so I'll take it.
毎度あり。それなら答えないわけにはいかないかな。
Yes, please, it'd be very helpful, thank you. Jack's real name. The answer I've been waiting for.
優雅だよ。
リンカは少し規格外だったけど、脱走を試みる生徒は今までにもいたらしいからね。
Oh, he was the other one.
そうそう、私も知らない上の代で、確か龍河という男子生徒が結構やんちゃだったみたい。
Well, rip. I'm finally sure of it. The kid Koto told me about who simply ran off. It's Jack. But if that's true, then...
あ、ほら、似合わないって顔してる。
I mean, he's still here, so... No, let's not... Oh no, he's right.
笑われちゃうからあんまり言わないんだ。子供たちに店長って呼ばれるの好きだしね。
You weren't, like, brainwashed too, were you? I'll keep calling you Jack then. Thanks for telling me your real name, though. So, with that in mind... What should I do? Should I tell him what I know? That's a really hard decision, actually. I feel like we should, but not right now, like at a later point, though. I feel like we should. It's clear Jack still has no clue, but the real story of what happened to him seems obvious to me. Does he deserve to know the truth? Or is it better if he remains in the dark? I mean, I think he definitely deserves to know the truth eventually. Like, I feel like we gotta like be really subtle, like subtly nudge him into that direction, though. Chapter 12, Part 3, the attribute of the Alter Atelier. Goodness gracious. Wait, what's the attribute of the Atelier? That's the one that Kota's always at, right? December 12th, Wednesday. Woo Nelly. Woo freaking Nelly. Okay, so yeah, we getting lots of answers, lots of questions still, but lots of answers as well. You know, getting both and both. Still not exactly sure what the fuck, you know, Leela, quote unquote, Leela is trying to achieve here of her entire thing going on, but yeah, there's definitely still lots of mysteries. We learned that Jack was the Ryuga that was mentioned in passing by Kota and her out. And yet, see, Rinka disappeared, but Jack is still here. So it's like, Rinka somebody else that we know? Who would, if Rinka's someone else that we know, who would she be? I'm trying to think of like not main characters. But like, The only ones like the only like not main character I can think of that's a girl. It's Sister Lily. So I don't think Rinka is Sister Lily, but yeah, I'm just like I was because I'm like wondering though, because like Jack is still around though, but like the same thing happened to him that happened to Rinka, but Rinka is just gone. So that's another mystery. But yeah, very very intriguing, extremely concerning. I really don't even know anymore what the fuck's happening. There's a lot of stuff to take in.